gentlemen, the books is in. The books are in. Yep. They're in. They're here.
Log in to KofiPaisaTV.com and get Spears of the Mossy Volume 1 by Kofi Paisa Research Team, from Spears the Pen Volume 2 by Kofi Paisa Research Team, Spiritual Combat Volume 3 by Kofi Paisa Research Team, One Night Before Bed by Any Haret Shun Calfunny, Kalawa's Trip to the Motherland by Kofi Paisa, From Cocaine to Consciousness by Any Haret Shun Calfunny, As I Learned, We All Learn by Kofi Paisa. Also, if you want fresh merch, go to our online store, Family Connect Apparel, and get all the brands. Also, get our 54 deck of quiz and educational cards available now on KofiPaisaTV.com.
ETM Hotel, Rennie Sean, welcome in peace. My name is Sean. I'd like to appreciate everybody for coming back to the after show of the riot of 1946 in Columbia, Tennessee. Peace to everybody in the chat, Snowball, Damo, King Kong, King, and the lurkers, people that'll be back. King Kong Crazy, still waiting on that invite, bro, to do that interview with you. And we can build on whatever you want to build on. Please like the show, share the show. On the panel with me today, I have Brother T'Challa. I got Brother Kofi. I think he might be doing something. And I got myself, and I, and some spinach pasta. And I don't know, you might see Sutek in a minute. But let me yield the floor real quick to my brothers. Y'all want to go ahead and say something, man? It's on you.
Well, I guess if Kofi not by the computer, go ahead and say peace to the family and peace to everybody that'll be tuning in the archives. Peace to my brothers on the panel. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that build that I slipped into. Yeah, I mean, that's all I got for right now. What's the topic? Is this building on what you just dropped, or is it just kind of?
Yeah, it's just a continuation of the conversation, because I want to kind of seg that out into its own, its own little show, keep it peaceful like that. Yeah, man, it's interesting, when you talk about riots and movements and all of those things, pre-civil rights, you know what I mean? When we talk about history, you got to think, man, 1946 ain't nothing but, you know what I'm saying? What is that? How many years ago is that? 60?
Right. A little over 2 generations.
Correct. And you know what I'm saying? That's paramount to the evolution of where we are today, based on all the things that we fought for as a people. So I think that that's instrumental. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Kenan, Don't worry, bro. It's only 40 minutes. It's only 40 minutes. And I just came back in case, you know, people wanted to build on it, ask questions regarding it, and kind of go from there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Anybody who caught it, had questions about it, want to argue with it, whatever you want to do, you can go from there. You know what I mean? And you know, we can kind of get it rocking out. But I wanted to keep that as its own segment. Yeah. And I figured, Damo, that's why that's why I flipped the hypothesis at the beginning like that, instead of like, you know what I'm saying? Giving the assumptive narrative before I even got into the research part, is that I flipped it like that because if I would have said it, how Miss Stevens went to go pick up something, and you know what I'm saying? And she got to dealing with the dude at the counter, and he disrespected her and smacked her. And her son turned around and see that, and he put hands on old boy. You feel me? And then how that sparked something. So yeah, it's very similar to you know, a lot of riots, a lot of massacres. You know, if we study these incidences case by case, we will then weed out the parallels, and those parallels will show us the deviances of our counterparts who we've always been trying to fight alongside, and you know, try to get them to, you know, treat us equally. And you know, still to this day, they don't see us equally. You know what I'm saying? The insurrection on the Capitol is evidence of that, when you have a mob of people, a group of thugs who want to overthrow the government because they were unhappy with the election results. You know what I'm saying? So you see this temperament of white supremacy or privilege at play all throughout history. And when history is written about this generation, this time period, the previous presidency, and the L's that previous president brought on America, it ain't gonna look no different than the riot, the Tulsa massacre situation, minus, because it had damage, but it didn't have as much damage as what transpired, or egotistical or temperamental damage or psychological damage that Tulsa or the race riots in Columbia and other riots, you know, in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all over the country. So, you know what I mean? I think it's just, you know, we're looking at history happen or occurred the way that it has occurred and played out. So I wanted to bring that to the people. I wanted to bring that attention span to the people, because this was right before the civil rights movement, ladies and gentlemen. This was pre-civil rights movement. And you got to think about the NAACP during that time. They were in stride in that time, and the civil rights movement was just a force in that era for what they were trying to fight for, because things began to go in the direction that they needed it to go. And you know, incidents like this, like the race riots of 1946 in Columbia, Tennessee, led to some of the successes that we would see the NAACP have in the 50s and 60s and thereon. So I know a lot of people missed the bill. We kept it short. It's 40 minutes, less than 40 minutes in all actuality. It's like 35 minutes in all actuality. So it's bite-sized, digestible. You don't have to do a lot of looking. You could do some listening and some notating and some rewinding and things of that nature. If you need to refer to it, I think it's a good, healthy bill for children. It's and you know, of all ages, pretty much. And you don't hear these stories told or mentioned, you know, outside of these little pockets. So, you know, we need to continue to do what we need to do to bring the information forward to our people. Appreciate that from West Africa. Yeah, Rosewood. Yep. All of those things, man. It just brings back, like, All of those things. See, we didn't live those things in our time, and this is why we're not living, in those our times today, based on how our ancestors and our grandparents or great grandparents had to live, is because of all that groundwork that was laid. You know what I mean? The only riots we're seeing is reactive rioting to police brutality, pretty much. So the slaying of Black people is inciting us to come out and march against the racial injustice of the judicial system, which upholds racism, white supremacy in America. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, man. Kofi, where you at? You got to go to work? T'Challa?
But
Nah, I just came back, man. I was on the phone with a Kung Fu. He had called me when you went live. I just got back to the computer.
Okay. Yeah, man. So what you think about the bill?
It was a pretty good bill. I want to go back and look at it. It was pretty interesting how you did it though. I guess you put the pic up there and well, I didn't guess what you did. Put the pic up there. I didn't see. I like to look at the words. I'm retarded, so I like to look at the words when I'm reading somebody presenting something. So I'm gonna have to go back and
You right.
look at it. Come back with that.
I said, yeah, you right. You are. I was agreeing with you. Because I was agreeing with you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I ain't talking about
but you supposed to be like, nah, bro, my brother, you ain't retarded.
No. I ain't trying to change nobody's mind. You are what you say you are.
hey, the way you was looking with that, who the T-Rex that stole the Grinch shirt you had on, bro?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Looking like Yaruga, a chocolate Yaruga out here with the guy dang on who stole Christmas Grinch sweater. My wife bought it, so I'm gonna wear it because my wife bought it and it's warm. Mm-hmm. Yo, the snow is crazy. I can't even get no juice.
Man.
And get no juice.
Yeah, I can't even go to work today, man.
Snow living on black ice, bro.
Huh?
We living on black ice because underneath the little snow that's coming down right now, that have been coming down, is black ice. In Tennessee, the black ice is the craziest thing for us because, you know what I'm saying? That's what a rain, because it rained before all this stuff came. So when it rained, it coated the streets with ice. We call it black ice. That's that stuff send you in a ditch.
Yeah, facts.
Peace to Johnson, to you, bro. He said, repeat that part where this particular riot massacre led to new changes in laws, and the 40s going into the 50s. Sorry, Mr. Detail. Okay, yeah, give me a second and I'll give you that demo. So hold on, let me do it like this, demo. And so I can give it to you without having to actually go through all of that again. I don't know. Play that slide, but I do want to bring it to people's attention. What you asking, because it's legitimate. So, brother Damo, basically, it's saying, in general, that the Columbia episode mobilized many civil rights groups, especially the NAACP, to use increased black political power to force President Harry Truman into a stronger pro-civil rights stance. Due to the pressure of black organizations, the growing political power of blacks in northern cities, the up-and-coming 1948 presidential election, and violence against black citizens, Truman created the President's Committee on Civil Rights. On October 29, 1947, the committee issued its report to secure these rights. It was a broad-ranging account on the state of civil rights with recommendations from augmenting federal authority to protect them. At the very least, the report, the violent events of 1946 and 47 of black political pressure forced Truman into a commitment to civil rights, even if the commitment were only in rhetoric. The Columbia incident reaction to it were major events of the 40s, which helped create a base from which black organizations gathered strength for the civil rights push of the 1950s and 60s. Civil rights had become a national issue. So this was paramount, leading up that whole court case, national recognition, the work the NAACP did on it, spearheaded, like I said, the movement of the NAACP in the 50s and 60s, because the NAACP was all over it. Like in the middle of the presentation, you hear me keep saying that the NAACP did this, the NAACP did that, the NAACP did this. You know, it was a series of things that transpired during this time where the NAACP was front and center on this case and trying to deal with it. And then you had the county or you had the courts, garnering up 223 witnesses, biased witnesses or jurors, as you could say, let's just say jurors, to kind of already, you know how it go when they get their jury together to already rightfully convict. And so they were trying to attest that and get it, and get the whole thing going into Nashville or Franklin, Tennessee, where they would feel like they would get a more fair shot at justice in those court systems versus in a county court in Murray County in Columbia, Tennessee, which is literally like 15, 20 minutes from Paris, Tennessee, which is the home of the KKK. So, that's how close all of that was in that time. And that's that historical moment and movement. And that push, you had people like Thurgood Marshall stepping up. You know what I mean? You had the white boy out of Georgia, Weaver, and then you had Mr. Luby, stepping up and taking on that account to fight against that racial injustice and contention that would be in the area. Yeah. So yeah. Hopefully that answered it. Got it. As you say, ground. Yeah, do out. Yeah. Teal saying. Yep. What up, Chanel? Yeah, that black guys ain't no jokes, Zion. But yeah, man, the race riots in 1946 in Columbia, Tennessee, is one of those small but bigger picture type of things, and it's not real good history book information, whereas it should be known from outside of Tennessee into, New York and all these, California, Texas, and all these other areas. It's not as famous as a Tulsa. It's not as famous as the Watts riots. It's not famous as Rosewood, Black Wall Street and the likes. But it was instrumental. It was instrumental because of the groundwork the NAACP put in. They brought that national attention and organization around it, and which allowed, like I said, the civil rights movement to hit the ground running in the 50s and 60s the way that it actually did, with the people that was behind the whole shebang. But yeah, if you missed it again, we just ended the show. We kept it bite size. It was only 30 minutes, 35 minutes. The show's 40 minutes, but of course, we gotta promote our brand, and that leads it at the beginning, and then it leads it at the back end. So other than that, if you missed it, I guarantee you're gonna like it. Now it's not a presentation full of words, as Kofi said. It's more so me telling the story along the way, which would allow you to continue to focus on whatever it is that you're doing. If you're working during the middle of the day, you could be able to listen in on your drive to work. And then there is some parts where I am reading a few slides. So I wanted to minimize the amount of slides that I actually read and just get into your mind and let you tap into what's actually going on. So to set the scene, we begin the way that we actually did with the whole race ride, telling the story of, what was building up at this moment. This is when veterans are returning from World War II. You know what I'm saying? And this is them running into a problem that has not changed prior to when they went to the war. They come back from the war and they're thinking and they're looking for some change because they just sacrificed their lives. You know what I mean? To bring peace and harmony and justice and our world domination back to people who should appreciate that. And lo and behold, a dude is out shopping with his mama and she's gonna pick up a radio that she needed to get fixed, and the clerk then sold a radio. That's the ultimate slap in the face. Then when she says she feel like she should be compensated for it, he disrespect her again. And then I think he hauled off and hit her. Now he trying to deny hitting the lady. You know what I mean? But the son wouldn't react like that over a few words. He probably would have said something else. But some drove a son to actually snatch that dude from around that counter and go on and put his hands on him and knock him out that front windshield of the store. So that would lead into a situation we all should be familiar with when we put our hands on people in that white people in that particular time period. What conjures up the spirit of those white people is they feel like they need to take justice in their own hands instead of letting the justice system play out, and then they want to hang black people. And you got to remember, we're really close to the Klan, so they'll white sheet up. Right? Real disrespectful, like white sheet up and hang people. And there was a hanging, and that was mentioned also in the bill. So the people were, that hanging is fresh on people's mind in that time. And this is also a time when you got to put your head to the ground when you're talking to them, or look the other way. And you know what I mean? A war veteran, a black man coming back from a war shouldn't have to put his head down to talk to somebody, man. He should be able to hold his head up high and look people in the eye. He just fought for you. And you want to bring that energy and all that, and you gonna disrespect the man, parent, mama like that? Nah, bro. Yep. So yeah, man. I just wanted to after show it, see if anybody that did watch it all the way through had any questions, comments, concerns. I know a lot of y'all said you know what I mean, you want to catch the replay, so I ain't gonna hold y'all up, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna rock out for a couple of more minutes. And then if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, you can put them in the comment section of the video, and we'll try to address them. But we wanted to make that, known and obvious to our people about this because it's not widely known. It should be, but it's not widely known. And just another presentation from up under my feet. So, I think Kofi got something you want to add in.
Nah, I was just gonna tell them, man, too, before you end the show, go check out the one from yesterday. I know a lot of people was busy. Yeah, well, what's the day? Today Tuesday. Wow. Sunday. I know a lot of people was busy on Sunday, but go check out that other one too. For we did for Black History Month on Wangara Mathia. Go check that one out. It's a small Black History presentation as well. It's only about 35 minutes. So go check that one, that presentation out as well on that powerful Kikuyu woman from East Africa.
Oh yeah, and speaking of like you know what I'm saying, people having to be locked in and can't make it to work and things of that nature, man. Make sure that y'all keeping, our H Town family, Nunu and Chavis, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all keeping them in your thoughts, hearts, and minds, and you know what I'm saying? Because they down there in Houston, it's like millions of people without power. So we don't know, I think Chavis just said today, Chase just told me today that they really just restored his power. You feel me? So he really just now getting his power restored, and hopefully Nunu like that as well. And everybody in Texas, man, you know, everybody in Texas, hold your head. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't used to that little winter storm, especially Houston. They used to, 70 degrees down there around this time of year. At least 60 or 50. But not that North Texas weather. North Texas, they get, you know what I'm saying, they'll end up with the snow and all that. And so keep them in your hearts and minds and things of that nature, man. And look out for some more information. Dr. Maad is back and she's back stateside. I spoke to her today. We are a go on her channel on Friday night. Please support that build. We are literally a few days away from that build. We want to have a nice conversation with her. And what's this dude name, man? Baba something. He's an herbalist, so we're gonna talk about vaccines and herbs and whatever. We're gonna talk about we're just having this conversation for the community. Record temp in Oklahoma too. Another winter storm coming through tonight. Sheesh. Yeah, I woke up this morning. It was 10 degrees. I done been around where it done been in the low teens. I done seen it. I don't think I recall it being below 10 degrees, but it could have been like 5 degrees or 9 degrees. I'm trying to remember, man, because as a project kid, I would be outside in the snow playing in it. So it didn't matter how cold it was. We played around in it like we was crazy. But
yeah, the other morning up here, we woke up to 3 degrees.
nah,
and it get up here in the shop by this lake. It's a whole nother understanding. Like it just be different, and the way we position based on the tilt and wobble of the earth, we get that wind. That's why we labeled the Windy City. It's no joke. It's off the water, and we on that tilt and wobble. So every few years, we get a lot of bad windstorms, and yeah, it's been real cold, and it's been hella snow. Like I showed with someone this morning. I'm like, man, yo, and it's not done. Like it's gonna continue to come through.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, y'all check out the show this Sunday too, man. Well, I know we probably gonna come back on probably sometime this week. Brothers may come back on. I may come back on myself because I may have free time. I may not be at work all this week, but I may come back on. But also just tune in this Sunday. We'll be interviewing the pseudo killers. Hopefully we'll have all of them in the building. CK and Sheffrin and I Am Sosa and Unc and Sean and I'm missing somebody. Who I'm missing, Sean?
Yeah, so you got Sheffrin, you got Kent,
Yeah, Kent.
you got
Kent.
Truth Ministries, Malcolm Robinson, and even Ashley Fitz in the UK.
Oh, okay. Well, damn, it's a few of them I didn't even know about then. I didn't know True Ministry was a member of. I know he been on channel. I didn't know that. Yeah, we might not be able to get all of them on the on the panel then. If they all show, but I know Sheffrin. I know Sheffrin is. I know CK is. I know I am so. I talked to them personally. I know Unc is. I talked to him personally. He's gonna try to get Concrete Corey and Kent, if Kent available. Kent a truck driver or something though, ain't
Yeah. Can busting blocks. But if
he?
they ice out like that, I don't know what
Yeah.
he gonna be.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited about that interview, man. Build, in that interview, in that build, I kind of enjoy being over there sometimes, building with them over there, man. So it'll be good to have them over here, interview them and pick their mind. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I think it's gonna be 4:00 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday. But I have a flyer up there pretty soon, so that time may change. But be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, man. Stay tuned, man. Next up is Science with Sean, man. It might be brief. We're gonna goddamn recap last night's foolery on Morris TV with Taharka Bay. And you know what I'm saying? West, the interview, and then the Islamic ignorance of our brothers who claimed during that whole conversation at first that they ain't dealing with interferon, and then later on, after Concrete and myself leave, Unc finds the video and he posts the video, and now he hear the Muslim dude saying, yeah, they're using interferon, and they kind of try to back away from that. So I found that quite interesting. So yeah, man, we got the Black History thing today, man. You know what I'm saying? I got mine out. Kofi got his out. Hopefully, T'Challa give us some history out of from up under his feet. Kofi went across the water to Africa instead of giving us the Mississippi, but we ain't gonna say nothing about that. That's
Nah,
between him.
I got something. I got something.
No, that's between you and Danny. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say, hopefully T'Challa got something for us. His mic open. Let's hear from T'Challa. We ain't trying to hear what Kofi got.
Y'all
That
crazy,
dude,
man.
that dude.
Hey, listen, I just want to say we appreciate the support. We try to give y'all enough to deal with, because it's important. Sometimes I can't keep up myself because I know I got my stuff I study and I'm into, and a lot of what I deal with, you just gotta it ain't really a whole lot of literature written on it. So I'm trying to figure out how to really get more literature on, especially like with djembe culture in West Africa. Like there's books on it, there's literature, but not as much as you might think. And so I'm definitely working on that in terms of telling my story and experience, dispelling the myth that Africans and African Americans don't like each other, because all of that sounds like racism, white supremacy to me. You can never generalize all African people like that. We're very communicable in terms of how we share and deal with each other. We're very much a socialist society. We're very much involved with each other. So, you know what I'm saying? Many dowries have been paid out to intermarry with families. So we got to understand that Black people are meant to come together. We're not meant to be divided. And I think that's the bigger message that I take away from all this learning and history, is that throughout the struggle, you can find and document when we come together and fight against the real enemy. It ain't necessarily each other. It's this being kidnapped victims. And we have to continue to push for that. So yeah, man. What you say you finna do Science with Sean?
Yeah. I'm gonna get into a couple
And
things.
he done walked away. You see how he do us, Kofi?
Nah, he on there. He mumbling this stuff. Now he mumbling, but
I ain't. I said, yeah. I'm gonna do a little Science with Sean. I'm gonna do a little something. Not a lot. I'm gonna recap some of that foolishness. I want to play the exchange with with the the NOI brothers. You know what I mean? I really want to do that, and I'm gonna tell you why I want to do that, because I think that it's important that y'all understand what religion is doing. What religion's doing. Oh, coach, I'm going live, buddy. You missed the last one, coach. He said you ain't saying you missed the last one, coach. You catching the after show, coach. You missed the whole last bill, coach. But on the race riots in 1946 in Columbia, Tennessee, you missed that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna set that up, man, and I'm gonna get live with that, and we're going to I'm gonna give some information because I got some sources I want to share with people that they may not be reading. I'm gonna put them in the description, but I do want to play that video because you know what I'm saying. I think it's prevalent.
Talking about the video from last night.
Yeah, I'm not the whole video, just certain parts of it. I want to show. I'm trying to show because them brothers kept saying science.
Man, them brothers don't know nothing about no darn science. I mean, they didn't even like. I was disappointed. Like I damn near watched the whole. I had something to do, but I got on to support and I damn near and I got on to support you when you came on and Concrete Corey, and I just was disappointed. Like I was disappointed. Not only did I had to turn the chat off. I had to turn my chat off because of what was going on in the chat too, and well, it was just crazy. It's just crazy. But that's not the first instance where I done seen where people come on and be very emotional and speak of things, and they speaking out of emotion, they speaking out of belief, but they're not showing any types of sources. You know what I'm saying? Well, we can follow, we can go back and verify what they saying to actually be accurate or false. And I appreciate like when y'all go on, you know what I'm saying? Y'all pulling up the source.
Wait till you see the end, though. Wait till you see if you got time to listen to Science with Sean, wait till you hear what he says toward the end of the video that I have to play. You're gonna. That's why. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all end this right here. Let me go on over here and set me up.
All right, yeah, go on, do that, man. You know, again, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Sean's going over there to shut up on the Mossy Science with Sean. Like I said again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. We appreciate everybody for liking and sharing the show. We appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying, for taking out a little bit of their time, man, to listen to whatever we got to say or whatever we present. We appreciate the people that's been buying the merch, people that's been buying the various books that we put out last year, and even these cards we put out for Black History Month, these quiz and educational cards. T'Challa, you got anything, man, before I end the show?
Oh yeah, Zane, man. No, that's it. We appreciate it, and we, like you said, we get ready to rock out over there and like and share, and let's keep it rolling, fam.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, on that note, family, hold on, I'm trying to find my little thing over here so I can end the show over here so y'all can see what we got going on. I think this it right here. Got to be it right here, man. Yeah, man. But on that note, man, peace and Black African power, man. We'll see y'all over there on the Mossy with the Science with Sean, man. We out. Yeah, is he gonna let me do it? Oh shoot. For some reason, man, we out. I can't even play. They won't even let me play the video. Hold on. I'm not gonna leave until they let me play this damn thing, man. For some reason. I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh, okay. Anyway, man, we out, man. We out. I'll play it next time.